After working for over a decade in financial services in London, today's guest, she now runs her own life and relationship coaching business with the purpose to empower, inspire, and transform lives. Her style of coaching is deep transformational coaching, and her key areas of focus are relationships, masculine and feminine energy, emotional intelligence, self-worth, vulnerability and intimacy, self-awareness, communication skills, self-love, ego. She also holds a Bachelor of Science degree in economics. She studied with Animas Center of Coaching as a life coach and also studied emotional intelligence, relationship psychology, mindfulness, couples and family therapy. Her mission is to help people to live more conscious, loving and fulfilling lives. So I'd like to welcome to the podcast today, Dilera. Do you know what? I'm going to do that again. Dilera, how do I pronounce your surname? I meant to ask you that question.
Dilera Tetik.
Dilera.
Dilera Tetik.
Oh, okay. So I didn't even say Dilera right. So it's Dilera Tetik.
Yes.
Tetik, okay. Really excited to welcome the next guest on the podcast today. So after working for over a decade in financial services in London, today's guest, she now runs her own life and relationship coaching business with the purpose to empower, inspire, and transform lives. Her style of coaching is deep transformational coaching, and the key areas of focus are relationships, masculine and feminine energy, emotional intelligence, self-worth, vulnerability, and intimacy, self-awareness, communication skills, self-love, and ego. She also holds a Bachelor of Science degree in economics, and she studied with the Animas Center of Coaching as a life coach, and has also studied emotional intelligence, relationship psychology, mindfulness, couples and family therapy. And her mission is to help people live more conscious, loving, and fulfilling lives. So I'd like to welcome Dilera Tetik to the show today. Did I pronounce that right? I should have practiced that.
Dilera Tetik. That's okay. It's not the easiest name.
Tetik. Okay, welcome to the podcast today, Dilera. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for giving us your time today.
Thank you for having me.
So, Dilera, are you able to tell us a little bit more about the work that you do and how you can help couples within their relationships?
Sure. I'm a life and relationship coach, and I'm a speaker in the same time. I work with singles, I work with couples, I work with business owners. I'm a relationship coach, but my relationship coaching not just to focus on couples. It's the most related to ourselves. So, and I focus on that and the relationship we have with ourselves and with others. So, that is pretty much like what I do, but obviously I work with couples in their marriages, their relationship aspect of it as well, and I work with individuals that when they come out from a relationship and they're heartbroken, or they haven't been in a relationship for such a long time, or they have some blockages, some beliefs that around their relationships, and they struggle to find somebody and meet somebody. So that's what I do.
Okay, sounds really interesting. Let's kick this off today by talking about the masculine and the feminine. Because personally, I'm being quite selfish because that is a subject that absolutely fascinates me. Because it goes without saying that men and women are wired very differently. And we see situations through a different lens, which is the masculine and the feminine. So what are the differences between masculine and feminine in how they deal with situations, and how important is it to have a good balance of this in a relationship?
I think the first thing I would like to say, Zoe, when it comes to the masculine and feminine energy, those are just the energy, because we made out of energy. So masculine and feminine energy concept is nothing to do with gender. So it's all about the balance, you know.
Mm.
Is for every man having the balanced masculine and feminine energy, every woman to have balanced masculine and feminine energy. But obviously for men, it's the essence, you know, and the core, it's the masculine, and for most women is feminine energy. So masculine energy, it's about action taking, doing, logic. When we think about it, it's a straight line. If you need to describe it in that way. Feminine energy is all about flowing, and it's more like the shape comes like that. It's never straight. It flows. It's more relaxed. It's more playful. It's more like access with the emotions and a lot with the intuition. So as you can imagine, that a man, if he functions all the time from that kind of masculine energy, he would struggle to connect with himself in a deeper level, but also with the other females, because when men step into their feminine energy, it helps them with connect with the other women as well. So for us, when you think about it, if you're all the time constantly in our feminine energy, most probably we wouldn't get much things done. So it's just all about having the healthy balance.
How do you said then that, you know, you would help a man connect with their feminine energy. How would you do that? If a man is displaying a lot of masculine energy, I was going to say traits then, but I'm not sure traits is the right word. But if they're displaying a lot of masculine energy within their relationship, and there needs to be more of an equal balance for them to display more feminine energy, how would you go about working with them and getting them to understand the feminine more, and how they can access that?
So in the masculine energy for men, is actually it's really healthy. It's very important for men to be in that healthy masculine, whether they're mission oriented, they got their goals, they work for their family, they work for their relationship, they want to achieve, they want to be successful. And they're also in that masculine energy helps them to be grounded. But obviously, like everything else, there is extremes as well. Some men could be in a toxic masculine, which is really extreme. You know, also that they could have this like unhealthy masculine as well, that it's kind of like very much like a toxic masculinity. So it's all about having that healthy side of it. So in your example, if a man is like constantly in his masculine energy, there's most probably they're going to be some challenges in regards to connecting with each other, with his partner, because feminine energy is always looking, no, I don't want to say that in this the feminine energy, but feminine, if you're talking about in this aspect, women, we're always looking for connection. Obviously, when I say that, there's a lot of women, they say, oh, I don't want this, I don't want that. I'm not, this is not for everybody, but majority of, you know, people, because some women are very, very happy to function with their masculine energy. And to be honest with you, as long as they're happy, nobody can tell you like they have to act in a different way. But most women, most feminine, we're looking for connection, right? That's where we feel like, that's where we that's because for us, the emotional intimacy comes like with a deep level of connection, vulnerability. So when a man is like he's masculine all the time, he's going to struggle at times to be able to step into that feminine energy of his, and to be able to hold space for his partner, to create that space, to create that safe space, to create that connection. Because if he's masculine, most probably he's going to be in the protection mode pretty much all the time. So which is really important, and is most women find that, you know, protection energy of, you know, the character of a man, they find it very, very attractive, which is, you know, because we want to feel safe, we want to feel protected, most feminine at least. So but when it comes to, for example, if he goes through this emotional turmoil, and maybe she's crying, or she's just looking for this really deep level of connection. For him, it's very important to kind of like understand in this, okay, so I actually just need to really ground myself to like being all this mission oriented, because then that masculine energy all the time like looking for a solution. But us women sometimes like, don't look for a solution. We just want to have that conversation. We just want to talk. We just want to kind of like get it out our system. So if he's constantly in that, let me build it, let me protect it, let me find a solution, she's not going to be able to connect with her. So the best thing for him and to say, okay, you know, what do you want me to do right now? Like, do you want me to, excuse me, do you want me to like help you out to find your way, to find you a solution, or do you just want me to be listen? And she say like, okay, I just want you to listen. And then he steps into that, you know, to ground himself, and then to hold space for her, just listen. And that's kind of like, that's what I teach. And you'd be so surprised that when I say that, it sounds really simple, but it's very challenging for most men not to find a solution.